Hey everybody, it's Alex. Sorry for such a long wait in between videos, but I really do have a lot to talk about. I guess I'll tell it like a story. I arrived in San Jose a little bit before noon this past Saturday, and I met one of my roommates right off of the plane. We took a taxi to our house and met our host family, which is an older woman and her son. Her son actually has Down syndrome. He's 36 years old, but that's going to be a really cool learning experience for me, especially because not only does he have Down syndrome, but we're living with a family that doesn't speak English at all. And my host mom is an amazing cook. I do have another roommate that moved in 4 weeks ago. He's been here for a while and he's kind of seen some cool stuff. So he's been telling us the good places to go and where not to go and where not to walk, because sometimes at night it can be a little bit dangerous, but as long as you don't get lost and you're with another person, you're fine. Saturday night, a few neighbors and I went to go check out the city, and we went to a bar, and then we later on went to a club called El Gaf, and it was really cool. It's actually a German club. I guess there's a larger German population here as well. We all had a lot of fun, and it was a really good place for us to mingle with some people from Costa Rica and to mingle with other people that were here from different schools, internationally studying and everything. Sunday was awesome. First things first, we met the other 12-week people that are with us. So there's people that are here for 12 weeks, like me, who just got here last Saturday. And then there's a group of people that got here 4 weeks ago, and they're the 16-weekers, which are the ones like my roommate. And we went on a tour around the city. So San Jose is absolutely amazing. I don't ever want to leave. My top 3 favorite things are 1, people, 2, the food, and 3, the government subsidizes all of the art here, so the theaters are super cheap. There's tons of different museums and art exhibits and art for sale, and there's also a lot of graffiti, but the graffiti is not just tags from different gangs, but it's also real works of art. After the city tour, we went to a coffee plantation. First I thought we were going to some sort of field with a bunch of plants and maybe a big building where they roast the beans, but it was actually a really cool experience. I thought to myself, I don't even like coffee. Why are we even going here? There were 2 guides that kind of brought us around and showed us how everything worked, and they were really funny, and they put on a really good show, so you could tell that they've done it a lot. And they taught us how to grow, process, roast, and prepare coffee at home. Like I said, I hated coffee, but this coffee was from Costa Rica, and it was prepared by the people that ran the plantation. After 1 sip, I was a coffee drinker. Somebody did tell me that this would happen, but I didn't really think that it would be true. Anyway, I've had 2 coffees every day since then. So here comes the caffeine addiction. Monday we had orientation, and I met a bunch of people that were also in different international programs. So that was pretty cool to see people from different areas of the country, and there was actually a few people from other countries like Colombia, Guatemala, and other places. For a lot of them, this is their first time abroad as well. Luckily for us, it's actually really easy to transition to life here. Food's different, the language is different, but other than that, it works pretty much the same. You do have to be careful crossing the street though, because cars will not stop, and sometimes they actually speed up when you're crossing the street. I really have no complaints, even with the weather. It's rainy, but every single day it rains at pretty much the same time, so if you're going out around mid-afternoon, you know to bring an umbrella or a jacket. It actually rained really hard right before I shot this video. But anyway, Tuesday was my first day of class, and my Spanish class is going well. I expected it to. It's Spanish class, it's not really anything special. But I'm also taking an ecological photography class. The first day, fell in love with it. So we get assignments each week, and this week we got our first assignment, and it was to take 5 photos that are light drawing. So you keep the shutter open, drop the ISO, and then you take a light and you draw with it. You can draw around stuff, you can draw characters, whatever you want. And I'll put an example of that in my next montage video. The link will be down below. One requirement of the class is that we bring our camera to class every single day, because each day we have 2 hours of class on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we actually go out and take photos during class. But we also have 2 weekend excursions. So one of them, we're going to a national park with wildlife, I think there's a volcano, all that fun stuff. But our second one is actually to an indigenous reserve. We're gonna see how they live and live how they live for a few days and take pictures of their life. So last thing, I was sitting in class today and I didn't think anybody was behind me, and we had all of our desks laid out like normal, and all of a sudden it felt like someone was rocking my desk back and forth. And I looked behind me and there's not a desk, there's just a little bit of space and then there's a wall. And it was actually an earthquake. So that was kind of the first experience I've ever had with an earthquake. It was pretty cool. One girl did kind of freak out a little bit, and that was kind of funny. But luckily it wasn't dangerous and it wasn't really a big deal. So yeah, that was pretty much everything that happened in my first week in Costa Rica. This weekend we are going to Puerto Viejo. It's going to be beaches and wildlife and all kinds of fun activities. But I'm bringing my camera, so you guys can come with me. That will be sort of my next montage video and reaction video. There's a link below to another montage video, my second one, and you can kind of check out the different photos that I've taken throughout the city, some wildlife pictures, and also pictures of the plantation as well. There's also a piece of work from my photography class that I thought was pretty cool. If you enjoyed this video and you want to experience Costa Rica with me and kind of live it as I live it, go ahead and subscribe down below, and you can check out my channel for more stories and experiences and photos. Thank you guys so much for watching.